The business news segment is brought to you by
UT Bank, still alone in less than 48 hours.
Alumbo Betes. Sasso insecticide spray and coil.
Right, so as elaborated by Issa and Joyce, we're expecting some sort of guide by Friday, but as we wait for the guide, how is it still affecting businesses? I'm talking about the power crisis. I have the detail right here on the business segment of News360. I am Nanekia Mensah Brampa, and to our very first story, an international economist, Dr. Kwaku Osafo, says Ghana's budget for 2015 would be affected due to the worsening power crisis. Dr. Osafo explains revenue expected to be generated from industry would not be achieved. The industries and mining companies are the next to have been hit hard by the ongoing load shedding exercise. Currently, both quarters have been asked to shed about 30% of power to augment supply to the national grid. The Minister of Power, Dr. Kwabena Donkor, hinted some manufacturing companies have been forced to shut down partially due to the power crisis.
The mines are shedding 30%. Industry is shedding 30%. And as we speak, if you take Diamond Cement, they have shut down one of their mills, 2 mills, so as to shed 34%.
An international economist, Dr. Kwaku Osafo, says the country's economy would be affected as a result.
The budget will definitely be affected because, so far not much has been said about the financial needs to generate this quantum of power that we are discussing. And we have to put that into perspective that we need probably close to about $10 billion for the next 5 years to generate the necessary power to power economic activities.
Dr. Osafo insists government needs to urgently deal with the energy problem to save industries from collapsing.
The country is going to lose on all fronts. Small businesses, big businesses, they are all suffering. Imagine you have a hotel of about 35 rooms and only 3 people are resident in the hotel, and you have to power your whole system with your generator. How are you going to make money to pay taxes?
Well, interestingly, whilst most Ghanaians are fuming, we have others also cashing in. I'm talking about the generator business. But I'll be telling you more about that later. This time, our management of Surfline says it is working to restore broadband connectivity to over 100,000 customers in Accra and the Tema metropolis. Minister of Communication, Dr. Omane Boama, who visited the far-ravaged data center, promised the ministry support to enable Surfline bounce back due to the company's vital role in the ICT industry. Surfline, however, said it cannot assure customers of resumption in operation soon. Last Sunday's fire destroyed the data room and power server office, including equipment. Investigations were still ongoing when the news team visited the fire scene. Over 50% of the company's network for customers in Accra and Tema have been badly affected.
Some of the critical elements were also affected. So basically we can tell you that we are working very hard to bring the network back so that customers can begin experiencing the true broadband from Surfline.
Communications Minister Dr. Omane Boama admitted to the key role Surfline plays in the ICT industry.
4G is the top of the range, speed and quality and all, which is why government will want to assure Surfline and its customers that whatever legitimate support that will be needed from us to ensure that Surfline can quickly come back to full service to be able to serve their teaming customers.
From NCA's standpoint, we'll do everything we can as a regulator to make sure that we help bring them back to their feet.
Well, so the electricity issues continue. I'm sure whilst industry is having its own share of problems, households are also bearing the brunt. But we are still expecting some sort of guide by Friday. But as we wait on to that particular story, talking about how some other businesses are cashing in, let's just move on to the currency market to see exactly what is happening there. We have seen the cedi to the dollar appreciate by week opening Monday on the interbank markets. Figures coming in from the Bank of Ghana, but today we still see some continued stability there from that appreciation from Monday till today. Some 16 peso gain there for the cedi to that of the dollar. Now looking at it in terms of figures, we have that was the cedi to the pound. Let me just quickly bring you the cedi to the euro, right? So the cedi to the euro buying and selling at 3 Ghana cedis 68 pesos for that on the interbank market. Definitely you would get it for a bit higher in terms of peso gains when you visit the forex market there on the interbank market. It's quite different. For the cedi to the pound also remaining stable, 4 Ghana cedis and 89 pesos, and also for that to the dollar is still hovering around 3 Ghana cedis and 23 pesos. Now while most Ghanaians are fuming over the erratic power supply, some are smiling all the way to the bank. Generator dealers seem to be cashing in, but as Wendy Lai reports, customers find it difficult to buy because they are very expensive.
It's 10 a.m. Wednesday. In a turn to the left or right, one is likely to see a generator shop or servicing area. Dealers of standby generators at Rollins Spark in Accra are overwhelmed with demand from businesses and homes due to the erratic power cuts. Consumers are only left with the option of a purchase of a standby generator. William Aseki and another gentleman are prospective buyers of generators. After minutes of deliberation and negotiations, they finally conclude on which one to buy. William explained why they were buying a generator at this time.
We run an internet cafe and we always need light in running it. We were not having money, but then because of the light, we had to get to someone and gather the money for the generator.
Abdul Latif Bawa, a dealer, explained the types and capacity available, admitting sales had shot up.
Business was very low before the doom, but now the business has increased in terms of buying and also servicing generators.
Well, so your pockets will decide, and Anika Mensa Brampa, that will do for business.